Joe, what is up guys? I'm your host Martin Tabanyag from Entrepreneur Beach Club Philippines, and right here with me is the founder of Social Media Academy, Sir Nix Eniego. Yeah, how are
What's
you?
up?
How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah. How's life so far?
Well, it's good. Actually just came from Sunday service, so I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
A good mood.
Good. So, yeah, tell us more about yourself and your Social Media Academy.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, my name is Nix. For those who are watching, so I really most of the things I do now is really revolved around marketing, right? So I do a lot of things. So I have Social Media Academy, which is an online school for social media marketers, right? People who want to learn social media as a freelancer, as a marketer, or as even business owners. They enroll in our program and get access to the latest techniques, effective strategies to grow their business, to grow their freelancer entrepreneurship business. So aside from that, I also do marketing consulting for influencers and entrepreneurs. So it's really a lot of social media growth hacking, personal branding for influencers, and pretty much that's those are the things that I do on online. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, when did you started this business? Yeah.
Well, the business or like
wait,
everything?
Which one came first, the Social Media Academy or?
Okay.
Yeah.
The first thing really was I was just writing articles online. This was 2008, 2009. So that's really when everything started for me. I used to write content for blogs, for websites.
What's the article about?
Actually, it's a lot of things. So the thing with my gigs then were like people would like just hire me and say, "Hey, Nix, write something about goat milk soap."
Yeah.
Or like write something about like weird topics, like write something about storage or like boxes, or like any topic. Because back then, 2000, 2009, 2010, there was a trend of, it's called micro niche websites, right?
Yeah.
You could build multiple small websites and run Google ads to them, and then you're gonna make money. Like you can just like write 2 to 3 blog posts per website and leave it there, put Google AdSense, and then it earns $5, $10, $20, $30 a day. And imagine if you have like 5, 10, 30 websites making 5 to 30, so right, passive income.
No, just through Google AdSense.
Yeah, just through Google AdSense. That was like those days. It was really a thing back then. So I would write for these guys, and then at some point I was like, I'm getting paid peanuts, like super low rates. So I was like, I can do better. So then I discovered SEO, so search engine optimization. I was like, how come SEO writers get paid more than me?
Oh, so there's an SEO writer?
Yeah, because I was just a content writer, and then there's an SEO writer. I'm like, what's SEO writer? So I researched and I discovered how to do it. I learned it, just self-taught online through the internet marketing forums that I'm part of. So eventually I was able to offer SEO writing services. And I was earning more, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn more about SEO. So I just decided to learn the whole thing, and I started making my own small websites, and I hired someone. So I was just kind of building something there. And for a while, I was into the SEO and content writing business.
But for online, international? Or?
International. 100% of my clients, 90% of my clients before were international. Because of the internet forums that I'm part of, like I would get anyone from US, UK, Australia. So for a while that was my thing. And then after that, I actually did that. I parked that, put it aside, and I worked corporate here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So I did marketing for a few brands like this group of companies. So there's Pen Shop, Regatta, Memo, Oxygen. For me, it's a fashion brand, fashion company, right? And then I was just doing marketing, and then I was in insurance. All these things really just leads us to this point. So I've been doing internet marketing for a while now.
Yeah.
So starting Social Media Academy was very easy for me because like I knew I didn't just read articles about social media. I really lived through it. I lived through the age where social media wasn't there and we were just doing SEO and like other things until Facebook's there and like there's Facebook ads, there's Instagram, and I had this experience with the brands I've worked with, so it made sense for me to start Social Media Academy because the people were asking for it already. So yeah, I kind of gave like a lot, like the genesis of my story. But to answer your previous question, what came first was me, of course, doing marketing for clients. So I was doing digital marketing for brands before I started Social Media Academy.
Are you still doing?
I'm doing both. Both.
So how long has it been?
Social Media Academy's only been around since last year of August of last year.
Yeah.
I think August of last year. Oh, August or September. And because it's already August 3, I think we're gonna, so I have to figure out when we actually launch it. It's gonna be anniversary time, so
it's still not in the 1 year mark.
Not yet.
But he has now, how many students?
We have 700 something students already in less than a year. And actually, not to toot my own horn, but we could have had more. The reason why it's only 700 is because we actually limit the number of students that we take in every time we launch. Because one great thing about Social Media Academy is we really do our best to at least make the students feel that they're not just a number. Like I know them by name. Like I help them. Like when they message me, I help them. There's some coaching that happens in our groups, in our group chats, in our social media groups. So I want students to feel that they belong, right? And if I take in like 500 students every batch, like I'm not gonna know, right? Like what do you feel?
You want to build a relationship.
With the students, exactly. So like for you, like what would you feel if when you started high school or grade school, there was like 1,000 students in your classroom and your teacher doesn't even know who you are, right? You'll feel bad, right? So that's kind of what our mindset with Social Media Academy. So that's why we only take in a set number, like 100 to 150 every time, until the last batch where it literally just blew up and we got like almost 300 plus students joined.
That's really great. So like who influenced you, or who made you to be in this like
Okay, like my biggest influence. Okay, so I would say, when I started like everything, right? Like when I was doing the online writing, I started that because I wanted to help out at home. That was like the main thing that pushed me, right? Like I'm just gonna start making extra income so that I can help the family, because we went through like a personal, it was a big family issue. So I actually tried applying for BPO jobs like part-time, but I didn't get in. I think I was underage or something. I was 16, 17 at that time. So I started that, and when I was doing that, I didn't really have any like influence. I was just like, I need to make money until I actually until 2010 it was just really about making money, right? So I'm just gonna write these articles, do some SEO, give to clients, make money, make dollars, right? Until I stumbled across Gary Vaynerchuk. So Gary V, he wasn't that big at the time, 2010. Like he was just starting out. Like he was just doing like these predictions. We had these Ask Gary V. But, like, I really connected with him. Like I liked what he stood for in terms of like really being he's like selfless. And at the time I wasn't. So I connected with him, but I'm not like doing what he's preaching. I just like his content, like his lively. But what really changed for me was, I would say, so that kind of started it. So I was following other marketers too, but like I was always like paying attention to what he's saying. But in like 2016, that was really when I said like, this guy really super influenced me, because that's when everything changed for me, early 2016, when I decided to change my mindset and my attitude towards how I do work or how I do, everything. I started sharing more. I started being more generous with what I know. Because before I wasn't sharing anything. I was like, everything was walls up, right? Walls up, walls up. Someone asked me a question, Nix, how do you do this? Nix, like, can you teach me? I'm like, I don't have time, I'm busy. Because I was scared. Imagine if you came up to me 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
If you came up to me and asked me, Nix, paano ba to? Like, how can I do social media? Can you help me? I probably wouldn't give you any advice. Because like in my head, in my immature mindset back then, why am I gonna teach you? You're gonna compete with me, right? And then I'm gonna make fewer money. Like I had like a super stupid immature mindset before. But really, Gary was one of those guys. Like I just saw him, like he gives away his content for free, and I was like, you know what? I want to be like that person. I want to do what he does, right? And it really influenced me because for majority of my 2016, 2017, right? Like for over a year, I never sold anything. So everything was free. Like people would come up to me, there's no paid mentorship, it's free. I'll give you advice. I made free courses, I made free ebooks. It's just everything was just free. Because that's what Gary said, right? Like, just give everything for free. And I was giving it for free. I didn't even care about the money. And so I would say he's the biggest influence with just how I really look at business and dealing with people and just that.
So what lesson did you learn from being selfless?
I learned that being selfless is everything. It's basically what's gonna draw your future, like how good your present and future will be. Because when I was selfish, I wasn't getting. I was making money, but like it wasn't. I just felt like empty. I felt like there's a big hole. Like I'm not fulfilling my true mission in this world. Like you just make money, so what, right? But I wasn't really helping people. I wasn't really impacting lives. It was just like emptiness, this randomness. So when I decided, like when I started sharing what I knew for free, and when I started reaching out to people, really being involved with the community, I really felt that things became better for me. Like everything just became 10 times better, right? So that's the lesson. It's just when you start to think, when you actually put others before you, like when you think of others before you even think of yourself, great things will happen to you when you think that way.
This was when?
Exactly February 2016 when I realized that I was crap.
Yeah.
That was shit. I had a shit mindset. That was February 2016. So starting March 2016, that's when I started. That's when I started like all out, all in.
So what was your first step on?
The first step was just I posted on Facebook, on my Facebook profile. I had this marketing advice that I gave out. And to be honest with you, when I posted that, I was expecting, I was like, okay, I'm gonna change, man. I'm gonna start sharing it, and a lot of people will like it, and like I'll build the brand. Like, although it wasn't my priority, like at the back of my head, I felt like when I start sharing, people will actually, So I spent like an hour thinking of the best first post, right?
Yeah.
I created it, and when I posted it, to my surprise, I got like one like. I got one like, and it was from my girlfriend. So I was super discouraged. Like, what the hell? I thought I was onto something here, but I didn't give up. Okay, next day, posted. And then I started seeing it. Like it was just growing and growing. And then people were starting to tag other people. Like, you gotta see this, you gotta see this. So I just kept posting every single day, every day. Since March 2016, I just posted every day. At least I tried to, at that point, to do it every day or every 2 days.
But
right now I do it every day. But before that, I was just every day. Every day, just kept growing, kept on growing. Until I got noticed by I got noticed by some organizations, and they started inviting me to like do trainings and a school, another online another online marketing school. No, it's not online marketing. Digital marketing school. And they do physical events, physical workshops. So my social media guy is online, right?
Yeah.
They are actual. They put you in the classroom, and they contacted me and asked me, Nix, do you want to teach in our school? And the students there aren't really college students. They are businessmen, marketers,
Yeah.
VPs of. I had my students are VP of like marketing, Nestle, Uniqlo, like big from big companies, Unilab. So those were my students.
So those who were actually like on the industry.
Yeah, people were in the industry, and they want to learn digital marketing, and I was invited to teach them. And at that, when I got that offer, I was like, I didn't even know if they were gonna pay me. I just said yes, right? And then I did the interview. Like they were impressed, and I started teaching. So that was what helped me build it, because I would teach almost every Saturday in front of 50 to 100 different people, almost like 2 to 3 Saturdays a month. I would speak there, I would teach them, and like little by little I was gaining more followers, right? And in my head I was like, okay, so now people are liking what I'm saying online, and people are also liking what I'm saying offline. So I'm like, I think I'm onto something here. I felt like, so that's when I decided, you know what, I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna post more. I'm gonna be more active. I'm gonna speak more. So it was real 2016 when I was just trying to figure it out, and then 27. So I was gaining a following, and then 2017 was like, that's the launch pad.
So like, did someone give you like an idea, like you should start a business school, or online school, or
Social Media Academy?
Yeah.
No, so actually how Social Media Academy, so here's what happened. People were messaging me, maybe dozens, I get dozens of messages and emails every single day asking me, Nix, do you have a course?
Yeah.
Nix, do you have an online course? I was like, no, I don't. Because actually I hated the whole idea of online courses before.
Yeah.
Because you know, I had pride.
Yeah.
I had pride in the fact that I never took an online course, and everything I was self-taught, right? I got to wherever I was at that point because I taught myself. I just watched YouTube. I just like experimented. That's how I did. So I was like, another immature mindset before was like, why would I pay for a course, right? Like whatever. But then people were starting to ask me a lot, like every day, no joke. Like people were just asking, Nix, like you teach us every day. You always teach us something, but like okay, we need something like organized. Like teach us more. Like what's the next step? That's when I had this friend. We decided to start Social Media Academy. So I have a co-founder with Social Media Academy. So we decided that, you know, it's time to give the people what they want, and we did. We just started it. That was that. It wasn't really like there was really like a long meeting. We just like let's build it. Like let's give the people what they want.
How did you like get, you know, a lot of people to like chat you, like you have an online course?
It was just like I hate to sound cheesy, but it was just really because I was giving a lot of value to people, right? That's just like what Gary always says. Like you just give so much value, and people will naturally, you know, they will love you, and then second is they will naturally want more because in their heads they're like, oh crap, Nix just gave me so much value. His free advice allowed me to make money. What more if I actually pay this man some money? Like what else could I be getting for life? So that's what everyone was thinking, and that's kind of just what happened. Like people just really loved the free value that I was giving, and it was just word of mouth. It was just like I post something nice, people start tagging each other. I would speak at events. It took a while to build that base, but it was worth it.
Definitely worth it. So far, how's your social media academy?
Social Media Academy is great. Like I said, we just eclipsed 700 members. It's around that number. Before, like I didn't even think I would get like I was thinking, you know, if we get 100 people, and like I'll be fine with that. But now we're like super big, super growing,
Almost 1,000.
I'm gonna hit. I want to hit 1,000
Before the anniversary?
No. So we're launching a batch for August 25. I don't know when this is coming out, but when we do that, I want to be at 1,000. Like I want to hit 1,000 before the year ends. And I think we will. So it's a lot of people are messaging already about it. It's doing great. We're always evolving the program. Like I always tell people, it's not. I don't like calling it an online course because it kind of not that it lessens the value of social media academy, because it's really more than just a course. Like you get content, you get like the videos, like hundreds of hours of videos, but more than that, you actually have like literally have classmates that you get to interact with online, and you have your teachers like us, and then I also invite like top marketers, guest lecturers, international. I have international marketers also dropping in Social Media Academy. I'm actually trying to get Gary Vee to do a guest lecture in Social Media Academy. So hopefully that happens. But yeah, we're talking to a bunch of these popular like other marketers in internationally to give some valuable stuff to us, and it's happening. We already did that last batch, so we're getting more names. Hopefully I get them.
So can you give us like an inside look or what happens in your school?
In SMA?
Yeah.
So in Social Media Academy, really, when you enroll, you immediately, you get to see what it's like. They were like, because there's like freelancers, there's marketers, like, and then there's business owners. Those are like the three kinds of people that join. Oh, but there's also like insurance agents, real estate brokers, but like that kind of crowd. When you join, you really get to see like, okay, what will social media do for me, right? And if you, because of the program, because of our coaching, our mentorship, you get to understand that, okay, so I can use social media either to build my brand, build my own business, right? Or build my own personal brand, use social media to do that, or I could use social media to sell as a service to these brands, to these companies, right? So those are the two things, for business owners and freelancers. So we get to before you enroll, like we actually help you go through like, okay, what are you? Are you a business owner or are you a freelancer? And then you'll see there all the kinds of content that you need. If you're a business owner, bam, 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 bam. Here's how to do Facebook ads. Here's how to do Facebook organic marketing. Here's how to run online contests. Here's how you do Twitter marketing, LinkedIn, all the major platforms, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. We also have a little bit of Snapchat, but it depends on the
category.
Yeah, like if you're a freelancer, but Snapchat not so much because of the market. But we talk about all those other platforms like Reddit, Quora. We talk about those also, and more than that, so those are platforms, but also the strategies. So not just like the platforms, but the marketing strategies to really help grow brands, because that's what we've done. So me and myself, my co-founder, and the guest lecturers that we have, we've all built brands from like 0 to millions, right? Like we know what we're talking about. So you get to see that as well, and you get like an inside look on how you can do it for yourself. So more than the platforms, really the strategies, the know-how, and we also do this thing for freelancers and who like need help with like contracts, templates, how do I get registered. We also help take care of that stuff for those who are new to the industry. Now, and then we have an online group chat where there's daily like literally right now I have messages here.
Yeah.
See here. So this is our group chat. I see because there's like a lot of
that's all the students.
Yeah, the students, and then we have a Facebook group. So they get to imagine that, like they get to still interact with us, right?
Sharing ideas. Tips,
yeah. And then the best part is at some point, like it already happened for us, where sometimes someone asks a question. I'm not on my phone every time because I still have to work, but someone asks a question, that person gets answered by another student, right?
Yeah.
Within seconds, and like I see their growth, and everyone's helping each other. So that's why I hate calling it an online course, because it's not an online course. It's really a community now, a school, a real an online school for marketing for entrepreneurs, just built around social media. So that's really what they get right now with SMA, but we have a lot of other stuff in store. I'm not sure if we talk about that now or later, but there are other business, we're exploring different business models for SMA, and I could share that maybe later in our conversation.
Yeah. So is there like a live video in your social media?
Yeah, so the videos, there's live, there are Facebook Live videos where we ask the students, okay, when's the best time you vote? There's a poll. Okay, who's available Saturday 9 p.m., Sunday 9 p.m., or they vote, and then the majority, okay, we'll do Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So that's good because then they get to do Q&A after. So we have that aspect, and we also have pre-recorded videos on the modules, like how to get your 1,000 followers.
So you can just watch it anytime.
So you can watch it anytime, and then after that, there's a Q&A that happens also in the Facebook group. And so there's live, there's pre-recorded, and now we're also doing live events. Live workshops. So we just had like a mastermind last month. We got like 60 to 70 students to come, and it was just like we were just learning about the latest because in marketing now there's I'm not if you're familiar with the GDPR issue, data privacy. So it's really an issue now with Facebook, and like they're getting really strict with data privacy. So we talked about how to get around that. Like as a marketer, what are you gonna do with these changes? So there's really more than just the content online. We also provide like additional support.
That's really great. So do you have like any some few tips on for those who want to start marketing or social media marketing? Yeah.
Well, if you want to get started on social media marketing, if you're a freelancer, for example, like you just want to learn it so you could sell it, so you could sell it to businesses as a service, so social media marketing services. My number one advice would be, one, you don't need to enroll. Like I'm not that kind of person who's gonna get people to enroll, but do something. If you don't have the money to invest on programs, there's YouTube, right? Try to learn things for free, and then just get enough information, read blogs, enroll in YouTube, watch YouTube videos, and then once you have enough, like you feel like you're kind of understanding it a bit, make your own Facebook page, make your own Instagram. Try to experiment with your own accounts first, right? And then once you get more experience, like you get the hang of it, you now know how to post on Insta, like those basic things. Start reaching out to your friends. Like I'm sure you have if you have 1,000 friends, I think the average friends of people on Facebook is like 750 to 1,000.
Yeah.
For an average person, right? I'm sure that out of your 1,000 friends, there's at the very least one person there who has a business, a small business, right? Reach out to that person, tell them, hey, I want to do your social media management, social media marketing for free for 2 weeks. No strings attached, just let me do it. All I ask of you is if you're happy with it, give me a testimonial in the end. And then boom, after 2 weeks, right? If your friend has no clue on social media marketing whatsoever, even if you just do a decent job, not really a great job, to your friend, you're like, wow, oh my God, thank you so much, Martin, right? Wow. What's gonna happen there? One, you get a testimonial. Number two, you now get to beef up or at least start your portfolio. And number three, maybe your friends like, hey, Martin, can you do 2 more weeks? How much is your rate? Yeah. That's what happens most of the time. So that's how you start. Like I gave you, I gave very actionable tips already. That's how easy it is to get started now. Now, if you're a business owner and you want to get started like learning social media marketing, I'm really a fan of focusing. Again, like I told you, I'm super influenced by Gary Vee. Yeah. The reason why I resonate with him because I shared it, even if he, sometimes, like before he even says something, you already feel that. Yeah, so when he says it, I'm like, that's exactly what I mean. So I'm a fan of focusing on your strengths.
So what's the future for Social Media Academy?
I'm actually super excited about the future of SMA because, again, like when I always tell this to my students and I actually allude to this when I post online, I always say we're just getting started because we literally are just getting started. The Social Media Academy, the educational aspect of it, the online program, is just the first part of what we're doing. So now we're moving into other things, and one of the things that we're launching this year actually is we're helping our students get jobs, get freelancing gigs, get actual work, because we're connecting them with our business network. So we connect our business network. So someone needs a social media manager, someone needs some marketing, a team. Oh, I have someone exactly for you. Oh, I need a Facebook ads expert. Hey, I have a Facebook ads expert, and we're pairing them up, and we're building up that kind of ecosystem, and we make it easy for our students to secure jobs, and at the same time we make it easy for the brands, for the small businesses, the SMEs, to really get quality talent who are affordable at least, because not yet commanding 100,000 plus, because these guys are just starting, but they went through the program, they got their certificate, and in SMA you don't get a certificate unless you really finished and like sign that thing. So I don't sign certificates unless like they really complete or they pass. So the business owners are actually getting someone who's personally vetted by myself and like our team. So they're getting a really great talent without really having to pay yet like the 100,000s like some agencies charge. And what's great here is our students, because they're part of SMA, the community, we are still constantly like helping them out. So the business owner is not just getting a freelancer, he's also getting us, like in a way, like we're helping with the strategy. So like a business,
a huge whole package.
Yeah, cause like a regular business right now, they come up to me, Nix, I need your help. I'll quote them I'll quote them higher. My own fee, it's a separate thing. But like if they get through SMA, they kind of still get the same strategies because they help the students, right? So I think it's really a win-win for the students, so much more so for the students, because they get to build their portfolio, they make money faster because it's harder to get clients now, and then it's a win-win for the SMEs, the small medium businesses, because they get high quality talent without really burning through their their cash flow, their bank account. So that's one of the things that we're building in SMA. It's going to launch this year, and then there are more and more to come. We're also coming up. I'm working on it. An app. A social media app.
There's a lot of future for
but the app's really it's my own. It's separate, a bit separate from SMA. So I'm building a social media app that's gonna help marketers also, but we'll see. That's on the
future for Nix Eniego. Last tip for those who wants to build a brand.
Well, if you're looking to build your brand, you have to ask yourself one thing: why? Why do you want to do it, right? Like, if it's just so you could make money, I suggest that you stop. Like, just stop, because I tried that route before.
Yeah.
I was just all money, and then hit a wall, I hit a dead end, and then I got depressed. I got sad because like, what exactly am I working for? What's my purpose? So if you want to build the brand to make money, just stop. You can make money without building a brand. It's easy. Like, you can sell something, you don't need to be a brand. Like, you could build an e-commerce website, you don't need to be a brand. You could make money, right? Or you could work, or like you could do a lot of things. But so ask yourself why you want to do it. And if you find that reason, like, why do I want to do it? And when you get that reason, it just makes everything so much easier for you. You don't need to chase after the money, you don't need to chase after the new trends. You're not just gonna get into social media because it's what's in or what's new. You're gonna be like, I want to do it because I love social media. I enjoy doing this. I love impacting people online. Like, then that's why. So ask yourself first why you want to do it. And once you find that reason, my big thing now is once you find that reason, then take action. Actually do something to build towards that dream, right? You're not gonna build a brand overnight. You're not gonna build and grow a business overnight. It takes days, months for some, years for some, and a lot of failures.
Patience is what you gotta
Patience, right?
Yeah, gotta be always saying.
Patience is really, it's funny, patience is a virtue. I didn't understand that before until I got here. It's really patience, because once you get started, you're gonna fail, you're gonna fall, you're gonna fail, but it's funny enough, you wouldn't know it, but even if you watch this, even if you watch other videos, you always hear the same thing, but you wouldn't really feel it unless you experience it. So you're gonna fail, but you're gonna be like, okay, I failed, my business failed, I'm not getting clients or whatever. What's next? But that's okay if you know why you want to do it, right? The reason, if you know your why, there's this book by Simon Sinek, Start With Why.
Start with why.
So in his book, he's just like, you know, you have to find that real why, because it's the only thing that's gonna keep you going. What if you lose your customers like in one day, right? What if you don't get customers for 1 year? What's gonna make you wake up in the morning and still be like, I'm game today, I'm game to work today, I'm game to work hard? Because money, you know, you're not gonna have that same, but like if it's because of your family, or it's because if you want to be a big positive influence to the nation, to the world, you know, think of that big picture, and then you start taking action by learning, reading. Like, it's funny, someone asked me the other day, Nix, Social Media Academy is doing really great, but I was just wondering, do you still actually enroll in other courses or like learn? I'm like, I do. I'm enrolled. I have mentors. I'm enrolled in I have a mastermind where I'm part of. I'm not I'm just part. I'm learning. I occasionally buy courses that interests me. So I'm still continuously learning, and not just me. Like even people who are like really great.
Yeah.
They're continuously learning. So that's my next thing. If you know your why, then work towards that. Work towards what's gonna get you to that, right? Learn, read books, and invest in yourself. Like there's this, there are books that literally just cost like 300 pesos, and it can get you started with with your business ideas and stuff. There's YouTube, there's free content. Like, invest in yourself, and once you do that, you're just gonna need to take that leap. You're just gonna have to stand up from this chair and really take action, and you will grow. You will grow your business. But you have to start. You have to start somewhere. And just take action.
By the way, what book would you like to recommend
for those who want to start?
Yeah.
What? Start a business. Start being an entrepreneur, or like an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So there's this book that really, because before I didn't like reading. I didn't like reading self-help books before. I was reading like Harry Potter and like but there's this book. It's called $100 the $100 startup, or the $100 startup idea, something like that. But the $100 startup, I think. And in that book, the guy basically had like stories of people who got started and had successful businesses, and all they had to put out was like either $100 or less. Like, yun yung puhunan niya. So $100 is like what?
50.
Yeah, 5,000?
5,000, yeah.
5,000 pesos, right? Depending on our exchange rate. 5,000 plus, right?
Yeah.
Some of them just spent like 2,000 pesos or whatever. And I really recommend that book, $100 Startup. It's $100 Startup. Because sometimes what's stopping people from taking that leap of just starting a side business, by the way, you can always just start side businesses, right? You don't need to like be a corporation. What's stopping them is they're intimidated and they're afraid, right? I'm gonna fail. How much do I need to get started? Like, I don't have the investment for that. But if you read that and you see that, oh, wow, like someone started a business and he just bought a website for like $10, and all of a sudden now he has like, I just think it's gonna help people really it just makes them feel like, wow, I could do this. If he did this, I could do this too. So I want them to get that kind of mindset before moving to something else. So that's why I recommend that book, the $100 Startup, because it just gets you in that mindset that anything's really possible. Like, these dudes were normal people, but they were able to build something without really spending so much.
So yeah, I think that is it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Make sure to check out, his Social Media Academy if you guys want to enroll. It's better to enroll now than later. Yeah.
You can add me on Facebook. It's Nix Eniego, Nix space Eniego, and Instagram. It's the same. It's at Nix Eniego. LinkedIn, Twitter, IG, FB, whatever. Feel free to connect with me. I actually do my best to reply to every single message because I had an experience before where I was trying to reach out and seek mentors, and like I would reach out and I wouldn't get a reply. So I hate that feeling when you don't get a reply. So I do my best to respond to every single message. So if you have anything, you have questions, you don't need to be a student to get information like guidance. So hit me up anytime.
Yes, feel free. Thank you so much. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, EBCPH TV, and check out our Facebook page, Entrepreneur Beach Club Philippines. And yeah, hope to see you guys on the next video. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.